Yeah, that's it. Halfway, I can also leave. No, let's get stay there. I can't do that. Thank you.
So,
But you took your boyfriend?
What?
Well, because I haven't seen you in so long, I haven't looked at the other Sunday things.
okay.
Wow.
Sandy, do you have this book already? Yes. Yeah.
I sleep with it in my pillowcase.
All right.
Pillow.
So you recognize this as a most important book. Yeah, that means great. Okay, let's get started with the recitation of today is a seventh day. So special sutra will be recited together. But we will go ahead for reading the Laws of the Sun. As you all knew, this book is the center teaching of happy science, and that is written by Master Okawa within 19 days, and that was automatically written. His hand wrote automatically, receiving revelation from heaven. So it's including the new Genesis. Yeah, as you know, first chapter. First chapter is maybe most spiritual and difficult and important part for all humankind because it reveals the only truth, yeah, of origin of humankind and the universe too. It touches Big Bang from a religious view, not a materialistic scientific view. So this is the only book in the world than the Bible, precisely revealing the Genesis in the whole universe. So yeah, so I chose the chapter 2 today because Master told us when you read it, the first chapter should be most difficult to understand because it's not written in any scriptures so far. So we can based on nothing. So if you read from chapter 2 about the law of the mind today and you got it, you can understand the same level towards chapter 1. Yeah. If you know the teaching of the mind in the chapter 2, yeah, in the same scope, you can see the chapter first. So you can grasp, yeah, what he wants to talk, right? So anyway, well, I will go back to chapter 1 maybe later on. Okay. Today we will understand what is our mind, right? Written in chapter 2. Right? Let's go ahead. Let's take a bow to Lord Alcantara together. Thank you, Lord Alcantara. All right. Thank you. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you all, with you all, to start this year. I'm so happy to meet with you and start reading Lord of the Sun seminar. So we're gonna recite Worship on the seventh day, Kigan Sutra, for returning to heaven together. Worship on the seventh day, Kigan Sutra, for returning to heaven, Ryuho Oka. Sorry. Lord Alcantara, The seventh is the day of victory. The seventh is the day of awakening. The seventh is the day of your birth. With the power of enlightenment, you defeat all evil in this world and save all humankind from suffering. Lord, the power of evil is defeated every day, and the victory march of seventh day keeps on going. Lord, we will discipline ourselves, and one day we will make the seventh day of the seventh month the anniversary of the victory of having realized Buddha land on earth. We will tell the date of the Lord's descent to future generations. Lord, until that day, we will come to our temple to worship on the seventh day and report on the achievements of our missionary work. Lord, please assure us to return to heaven after this life as children of Buddha. Please allow us to take part in your work as your ardent disciples in our next life. Lord, we thank you deeply for hearing Kigan for returning to heaven. Keep pledge of the seventh day in our hearts. We will achieve great victory as Buddha's disciples. Take a bow. Thank you, Lord. Right. Oh, so I don't forget you did all the Kigan as a first Kigan of the year on the very first day, 2024. So please review your pledge. Yeah, now. So you can remember what you wrote on the very last day of the year. Yeah. Lucy was something for other event you got. So you can write it down the other time. So read.
I got my name wrong.
I wrote it. Alfredo first. Alfredo, Jose, and Ivo. Sandy. Yeah, please review it. This is your fault for the year 2024. This year. That will be realizing. Okay. As a law of cause and effect. Yeah. Based on this thought, your ear will be open up. All right. This is the seed for reaping this year. Okay. Please open the envelope and then look at your vow for Lode Cantare. Yeah. And Lucy can write it down. Yeah, please.
How many days do you like this?
19 days. Okay. Yeah. Because I'm saying the Kigan today, today we're gonna get into the mind. Yeah. So introduction, finding a thing. Yeah. It's common phrase used in happy science, so please be familiar with it. And second, what is our life for? Yeah, the life's purpose. And the third, the workings of the mind. This is the core part of chapter 2, the Lord of the Sun. The third, so finally, we got to know how to be happy through the section 4, attune your mind with Buddha's mind. This is the ultimate phrase to attain happiness in this life. Yeah. In short, attune yourself with God's mind. Yeah. This is the ultimate path to happiness. Okay. The fifth, next week reading, maybe I'm looking at your response today, and then I'm deciding I go back to chapter 1, or I go farther to the chapter 3 or 4, because the Genesis part is hard to understand. Yeah, but it is a first chapter of all the teachings. So yeah, let's find out. We can read chapter 1 or not. Yeah, throughout the service. Okay, so yeah, going back to the ritual prayer Kigan that you've done at the very end of the last year, 2023, you wrote your wish, your vow for the sacred purpose, yeah, based on the teaching of laws of happiness, believing in the age of the sun, right? This book, you remember, based on the 3 points: love, enlightenment, and creating utopia. Those 3 points are the wish of Lord Alcantara. Yeah, we live for giving love, and we make our enlightenment higher throughout the year. And the third, we will come to the conclusion of creating utopia with both love and enlightenment deepen. Yeah, that should be written in your vow. Yeah, this is same as a 4th section. Attune your mind with Buddha's mind, right? Buddha's mind wishes all people's love enlarging, enlightenment higher, and the world should be created as utopia. Okay, that is Lord's wish in a nutshell. So you will attune yourself with God's wish. Yeah, enlarging your love, higher your enlightenment, and creating utopia. Yeah, that's it. So based on these 3 points, you wish your brighter future. Okay. Okay. Then, yeah, then you can realize your wish. Okay. And heavens help you based on this covenant. This is the meaning of ritual prayer. Yeah. But unless you have your wish in the mind, nothing can realize. This is the work of the mind. Yeah. Not automatically happening in the future. Not automatically your wish comes true. Not automatically the brighter future comes out. Yeah. Based on our thought, generated our mind, based on God's wish, we can open up the brighter future. Okay. This is very important. Yeah. Not automatically utopia is created. Yeah. Based on our effort, utopia will come. Then we need to recognize the responsibility to create utopia. Okay. What is the first thing? Your wish. Understanding this point, let's go ahead. So yeah, teaching and your life is connected here. Okay. Please combine your life and teaching as one together. Okay. Otherwise, the teaching is teaching. Your life is your life. Separate it as different things. And then you cannot change anything. Yeah. At least yourself. Yeah. Okay. Introduction. This is what I got from Joseph. Yeah. You asked us at the Kevin seminar on a Saturday last year. Okay. You asked us how I can save other people, right? Ardently. So much. Yeah. So I need to reply to you. I felt. And that is the first idea that I'm giving this service today. Okay, so please understand the point for the introduction. Please read it, Joseph.
Finding a pin. A baby keeps crying loudly and no one knows what to do. The baby's parents wonder what is wrong. They wonder whether he wants milk or is too cold or too hot. In this way, the parents start to worry he might be sick and eventually call a doctor. The doctor finds nothing wrong with the baby and the parents wonder further, why is my baby crying so loudly and so pitifully? The cause of the problem turns out to be very simple, an open safety pin in the baby's garment. The baby was crying because the pin was pricking him. However, the adults were oblivious and were worrying a great deal, imagining many different possible causes.
Yeah, this is a concept. Yeah, if you don't get, please make it clearly clarified. Okay, so you, Ipo, how do you think about this?
What do I think about
Mm.
it? I think it's odd. I'm a woman, so I think it's odd.
Oh,
Because the first thing I would do, check the baby.
mhm.
And look what's the baby is
Uh-huh.
the clothing of
Yeah.
the child.
Uh-huh. Oh, right. Okay.
So,
Good. Yes, that's the thing. So if you have awareness enough, you can find the true cause of babies crying, right? But from the man's side, we cannot see the true cause of crying baby, right? And we seek for the other places. Yeah, he needs to be feeded or comforted or something like that. Yeah, going to the playground or something like that. But it's not just like a pin there, sticking to the neck, and then
because they're looking externally.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, you got it. Okay, everyone got it. Okay, so.
It is not always that simple because first
All right.
time parents
Uh-huh.
wouldn't think about an open pin because
Uh-huh.
sometimes it's hard to find.
Okay, yes.
Baby is hungry, you think the baby is
Okay.
so baby cries so many different
Yes.
reasons.
Yeah. As you all see, this is parable for subconsciousness. You see? Yeah. You think superficially by the brain. Yeah. Baby is crying for food or milk or something other else.
What diaper?
Yeah, diaper or something. Yeah. But in the true sense, just looking at a pin, right? It's like a not a general answer, but just one cause made him crying. There's an other area generally looking at by the average people. But if we learn the truth, if we got to the point where we make our awareness higher, the scenery is changed. Okay, and then unless you can find the pin, baby is keeping crying, and not stopping. So yeah, you cannot solve the problem. Okay, life is like this. We are crying over a pin, but we don't recognize our true cause. Otherwise, you can find the cause. You keep crying. So let's find out the pin in your subconscious mind. We have a pin. That's, in other words, called life is a workbook to be solved.
Not
Yeah.
a mystery to be solved. Life is a mystery to live or not.
Yeah, like mystery or
So,
workbook.
with a pin,
Mm.
that's past tense because that's cloth paper, but no, present tense they use the.
Uh-huh. Yeah. But yeah, you comprehend this parable, right?
First teacher in your life is your mother biologically
Uh-huh,
that gave birth to you
uh-huh,
because we come from a cell, a seed.
uh-huh.
It's how we were made by. So it's like when I read his books, it's like the author is speaking to me. Because majority of the time everybody is 9 months. Sometimes I'm not
Oh.
9 months, I'm born differently, I guess. So maybe my mind think differently. The pin is past tense because they used to use a lot of cloth tape, but back then they used to use leaves. But now we live in the present modern or besides.
Hey, don't make things complicated. Yeah, make things straight, right? That's so important to learn the teachings. Yeah,
This is
Uh.
interesting. Okay.
make yourself adapted to teaching. Yeah.
Okay.
I used to wear banana leaf.
It
Please,
was a thorn.
Yeah.
The thorn in that.
Realization.
Lucy, go ahead.
I think what you're trying to get at is like us as an adult already, we became, looking at it this way, all the things that we face in life,
Uh-huh.
if we are conscious of what's happening to us, deep inside of us gonna want to know why.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's where reflection come in.
Mm.
If we are capable of doing that, we can find out, why did I cause this?
Yes.
Or why did this happen to someone else?
Yes.
And so we get hungry.
Mm.
And although we won't say it
Yes.
to anybody, we're crying inside, please help me.
Great.
And sometimes people don't recognize God. But
Yes.
the Lord is listening.
Uh-huh.
He'll get the Spirit to help us,
Yeah.
to instill in us, to want to find
That's
out.
why you're here in Happy Science. Okay.
Interesting.
The inner desire, yeah, led you to be here, right? That's your subconsciousness. Okay. Crying over the pin. Okay. Yeah. So if you deepen your mind more, you can find out you are crying in your subconsciousness. Yeah. If you feel happy with the material world, you are crying in subconsciously. You need to find out you are suffering first. Yeah. This is the awareness that differs in each understanding of the truth. Yeah. Yeah. But yes, we are on the same page, I believe. Yeah. We need to recognize our subconscious mind that's deluded by material three-dimensional things. This is the world where we were born. This world is not completed. Looking at the other world, we can complete the world view. But without it, that's invisible. Through believing, we can grasp the whole world. But without it, without enlightenment, without knowing love, without faith, we cannot complete right view for the world. Then, without the right view is called suffering. We see this world is the final destination. No, the other world is existing. We forgot when we were born. That's the suffering. Yeah. If you learn the truth, you gotta know the point. Yeah, where you are suffering. All are suffering. Here is the reason we need to spread the teaching to everyone, all the people in the world. Anyway, so this book tells us everything about it. Everything. If you master the teaching of the laws of the sun, you can save the people. This is the answer. Life's question answered in this book already. Okay. So answer is here. The rest is our understanding. Connect the teaching to your life. All right. So the first action is told that you need to find a pin. Because life is a workbook of problems to be solved. Okay.
Right?
Mm.
So we speak to the power problem to be solved.
Next. Yeah. So those two things, the pin and the parable of snake, rope, and hemp. Okay. These two things indicate you how to convey this truth. Yeah. If you can tell those two things, first thing, as I said, life is a workbook of problems to be solved. And you need to find out your pin inside. And this is broken down teaching snake, rope, and hemp. Okay. So go ahead, please, Sandy.
A snake, a rope, or a bundle of hemp. As a representative of this kind of fear, of thinking about something that does not exist, the parable of the snake rope is often said when the sun goes down, you are impatient and afraid. Even a rope can make you look like a snake. This prime example of how to look at things. This view is called reverie. From here, we can learn the teaching of the right view, see correctly in another sense.
Yeah. So in a very another words, yeah, right view. Yeah. We will get right view through the service. Yeah. Do you see the difference of those three things, right? Yeah. You see the snake, you see the rope, you see the hemp, right? You see the difference between those three things. But in the darkness, in the sunset, after the sunset, you misunderstand these three things as a snake because of your fear. Okay. And then next.
Reverie, what is reverie?
Oh, okay. Oh, you asked me? I think I should ask you. Answer, please. Alfredo?
What is what?
Reverie.
Reverie.
The word is too big for my vocabulary.
Mine too.
Reynaldo.
Is that like reverence?
Yeah, he has a technology. Okay. Wow, Henry. Henry is the.
I think for Henry to answer.
Yeah, I think so.
Give me a computer.
Really? Help us, Reynaldo.
Yeah, I really don't know what.
Okay, I have a condition of being lost in, there you go. Look at
What?
some kind of bugle. The condition of.
Bugle.
lost-
Oh, listen to Reynaldo, please.
It's like,
The condition of being lost in thought,
yes,
like daydreaming.
Yes, yes. Like I said, you are totally deluded. Yeah. Upside down. Your view was when you born. Okay. You live in this world as if you are living the whole world. Yeah. But you forgot the most important thing. You are born from the other world. Yeah. You forgot. This is upside down. That's called reverie.
We're all daydreaming right now.
Yes. We are all daydreaming
phase,
without knowing the truth.
Wake up, guys.
First, we were born innate with all of this godly knowledge. But once we came to earth, we got deluded by everything around us.
Yes. Yes.
And that's why we're easily influenced.
Yes.
But then somewhere along the line, when you start to feel like, hey, this is not right.
Yeah.
That's when you start searching.
Okay, good. Because you have Buddha nature. You are children of God. That's a proof. Yeah, you can believe God. You can believe love. You can seek for the enlightenment. Yeah, that's yourself. Okay. Mm. So you didn't forget your Buddha nature that led you here. Okay. Please believe this point. So Master Happy Science insisted. Yeah. The teaching of Christianity of the point, the sin, original sin. Yeah. Humankind has original sin. Yeah. We are sinful. This is not true. In this extent, we will see us darkness. Yeah. So this view should be changed into we are children of love, children of God, children of light. This is another point today. But this is all about how we look at the world. Yeah. Regarding right view. If the foundation, ground is tinted, the house should be tended towards the wrong direction. Okay. So we need to make the ground flat by right view. Okay. Thank you for asking, Henry. Next point. Who wants to go?
You want me to continue?
Okay.
A snake, a rope, or a bundle of hair. When you are walking on a road at nightfall and there is a rope, you can see at a glance that this is a rope and it is made out of hemp and it is a person who has advanced to some extent. A person who can see cause and effect saying, here is a rope made out of hemp together is a person whose mental practice has progressed so far as your training as a monk progresses, you will be able to see the causes. Ordinary people do not even think that it is a hemp, and only discover that it is a rope. The average person, roughly a person who can return to the fifth dimension, a good person world thinks this is the rope that passes by.
Wow.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Thanks.
Okay. Yes. So the awareness decides how you see the world. Okay. If you're standing at the higher point, you see the world more correctly. But if you see the world from the ground floor, you are limited to see the world. Okay. But if you go up to the second floor, third floor, fourth floor, you see the world more clearly. That's the thing of dimensions that we learned on the very last day of the last year, right? You remember fifth dimensional world, sixth dimensional world, and the seventh dimensional world. Where's hell? Which dimension? The number you need to answer. 4. Yeah. In the part of fourth dimension, yeah, the hell is existing. This is only small part of vast spirit world. Yeah. Structured from fourth to ninth. Okay. Then you need to aim at seventh dimension. Before that, there's a front gate towards seventh dimension as a angel realm. There is a world, our heart. Our heart is the awareness we all can achieve in this lifetime. This is written in the Lord of the Sun. Yeah. The higher sixth dimension is the goal for each one of us through learning the truth in this lifetime. Yeah. As long as you can read the alphabet, yeah, you can achieve this stage. Yeah. This stage can make you read others' mind, communicate with your guardian spirit, and shed aura upon you. These three conditions are there to be arhat. Read others' mind spiritually. Yeah. I feel your heart if I'm arhat. And you can communicate with your guardian spirit. That's same as subconscious mind. Inside of your mind, there's a one guardian spirit. That is your past life. All right. Then you can communicate with him or her. This is the second. The third, you shed aura, halo, upon your head. Okay. Yeah, this is very connected to this service today. And also, go ahead, please, Henry.
If you are a person above the sixth dimensional light, you can see to the point where you say, this is him. We have the ability to analyze that level. And you can even tell that it is made by combining him. That's how much expertise you have.
Yes. So if you call it as hemp, okay, the bundle of the hemp, looking at in the darkness, like a thing, like a snake. Okay, you see it clearly in the correct way. Hemp. You are at sixth dimension. Yeah. This is the state of mind, looking at the thing as a hemp. Okay. The next one. So, Ippo, please.
Or,
However,
I can't go that far. I'm sorry.
this
I
is
can read so we can. The light for me.
okay.
I'll
Lucy.
continue.
Oh, yeah.
However,
you.
an ordinary heavenly person passes by just thinking, oh, it wasn't a snake, it was a rook.
Yeah, that's an ordinary person. Okay. Then you are at fifth dimension in heaven. Good people. Yeah. They are good people in heaven at the fifth dimension. Goodness. Yeah. So if you have a goodness in your mind, you can return to fifth dimension. Like you can see the thing like snake as a rope. Okay. This is a difference of your awareness. Okay. How you see the true cause I'm talking about now. Okay. Next one. So you continue, please, Henry.
Who?
You, Henry. Sorry.
If you are a person above the sixth.
Oh no. So
Oh.
I showed it.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
Okay. And the hellish person does not realize that it is a rope. He thinks it is a snake and is surprised. He rants, he jumps on the person next to him, he turns over, he faints. Some of them even make a U-turn and go home. That is the person who thinks that is a snake.
Okay. So if you look at the thing in the darkness as a snake, always, you are a hellish person. Okay. You're going back to the bottom of the fourth dimension. Okay. You are always afraid of things. Yeah. You are caught by fear. Always. And looking at the things negatively. Yeah. Yeah. Without knowing it's hemp.
Mhm.
Yeah. You're afraid of the hemp as a snake. You see the similarity with parable of a pin and then this thing. We are looking at the different cause and suffering, but the true cause is lying in the other area. We need to find out by looking at things correctly. This is the reason why we need to learn the Eightfold Path this year. In short, this book reveals how to develop our love and how to develop Eightfold Path. These two things. As I said, love and enlightenment create utopia. Okay. In short, this book tells you the developmental stages of love and the Eightfold Path, starting with right view. Okay. Very starting point you need to know is how to see this world and yourself. Finally, others. You have a lens by deluded wrong view. You need to make it correctly. Yeah. So you can see the world correctly. This is the very first thing you need to try with this teaching. Yeah. But maybe you you experienced many things to reach this point, right? Joseph took 4 years, right? But you need to reach this point. Otherwise, you cannot teach people. Maybe you cannot condense teachings in this way. Yeah. You need to tell the teaching simpler way by condensing the teaching in a simple parable like this. Yeah. So you can use the first thing, the pin in your mind. Okay? You need to seek your pin in your mind first and look at others in the same scope. Yeah. As long as you can solve your problems in your life, you can solve others' problem as same as you solved. But if you try to solve others' problems that you cannot solve by yourself, you can't. You need to find out your pin first. And you can save the people who have same pin as you have. Yeah. That's how salvation goes. Okay. So we are focusing on cultivating our mind first. Okay. Benefiting ourselves, benefits others. This is very Buddhism way of thinking. Right? Let's go.
This is really cool
Uh-huh.
because it allows you, when you see the different levels of the way consciousness is perceived, you know, 4 through 7. When you're talking to somebody, you can pretty quickly figure out which level of perception they're operating at.
All right.
And that allows you to tailor your response
Yeah.
to their level.
Okay. Yeah.
Because if you talk over their head, they're not going to get anything.
Yes. That's so difficult point, but we are aiming at that level, at least. So we need to adjust our understanding to them. So yeah, that's the most difficult thing, to make these teachings simple. Yeah. Because you see this Genesis part, yeah, how they are ordinary people understand the point. I wonder myself too, how can I understand the Genesis the origin of the universe. But we could to be here, okay? Because we have a same nature with God.
In Tibetan Buddhism, they call it what you're trying to get to is understanding the true nature of reality. Which is like down the road, wherever we are on that map,
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
all
yeah.
heading for
Yeah.
trying to actually see reality for what it is,
Yes.
instead of our perception, which is a spiritual.
Yeah.
version.
Buddhism can tell you like a map, as he said. Yeah, this is like a map where you are located and where you need to aim at. Based on this comprehensive understanding of the teaching, you can teach people.
Right view is critical.
Mm.
Because your perception is your reality.
Yeah.
So if you have the wrong view, then you'll be giving people wrong advice.
Yeah. That's dangerous.
So,
we need to have a responsibility to lead people, right?
but Henry makes a good point because we have to be aware of how to meet people at their level, not our level.
That's so important. That's so difficult. I'm struggling with it always, every day. So, Ippo.
So I know this sounds stupid, but so we're talking about this one universe.
Never sounds
Because there's
stupid.
more than one universe.
Okay.
There's a
Multi-dimension.
multitude of
Yeah, this revealed it.
This is our Lord Alcantara universe.
Yes, multi-dimension, multi-universe. Yeah, now it was screened by the Marvel comic movies like Doctor Strange, right? It's revealed already in the Lord of the Sun. Yeah, universe is like a ball. Our universe is in the 13-dimensional multi universe. Yeah. So that should be more than one. Yeah. Many of the multi-dimensional universe consists God's body. We are living in a part of the universe as a cell of the God.
Yeah. Like the eye thing, like
Yeah.
put your right eye.
Yeah. Great. Yeah, that is written in this book. Yeah. All right, thank you. So yeah, we are here to go ahead. We are not reaching the at least second point. Okay, so let's conclude the point. So please continue, Henry.
Where is it?
Oh, this is
On the top?
yeah.
Oh, our members say to those who are scared, when they see that it is a snake, it is not a snake. It does not move. It is a rope. This is how lay members convey the truth. By the time you become a lecturer, you will be able to analyze the rope to this extent, saying, a rope is not only long, but it is made of hemp, and each hemp is made stronger by combining it to make it. And each hemp is made stronger by combining it to make it stronger. In this way, there are various ways of looking at things. This is the famous parable of snake rope hemp. So keep it light.
Yeah. This is all about conveying teachings. Yeah. Maybe, yeah, as he mentioned, as a lay members, you can be enough saying it is not a snake. Don't be afraid of it. Yeah. It does not move. Yeah. You see, it's a rope. That's enough. But if you become a lecturer, you need to see at this level, a rope is not only long, but it is made of hemp. Yeah, more clarifying the cause to soothe the mind of others. And each hemp is made stronger by combining it to make it stronger. Yeah, that analyze should be made by the lecturer awareness. Yeah, so we can deliver this truth more precise way. Not to lead people wrong.
Sort of smart people like Henry,
Mhm.
no problem figuring out what we're talking about.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just beat over the head more often.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
have to learn your lessons at some point. That's what you get for being 70 years old, you know.
yeah.
I was watching a kid once, a small child,
Uh-huh.
and the spider ran
Uh-huh.
up, and the kid started screaming,
Mhm.
screaming, and I said, "Why are you afraid of the spider?" I said, "The spider's more afraid of you than."
Yeah.
And then I tapped my finger in front of the spider, turned
Uh-huh.
around and ran away.
Yes. That's very
And the kid started.
simple
Went
example.
from screaming to laughing.
Yeah. You're afraid, your fear attracts the fear of others. Yeah. You first. Yeah. I saw the pigs here, and then I told it Kevin, and Kevin told me, as long as you're not afraid of him, they are not afraid of you. That's the same thing, right? So you have very affection to them. Yeah. They respond in the same way. Study it with your mind for their reaction. Yeah.
I
So
was in the Buddhist retreat center. There was a neighbor. They were Hindu. They lived
Mhm.
40 acres of Hindu,
Mhm.
and one of them was meditating in his garden,
Mhm.
and a rattlesnake was coming towards him.
Mhm.
He just kept meditating. The rattlesnake just brushed him right by his leg and just kept on.
That's so high level discipline. Yeah. Finally, the things can be like that. Okay.
One of the Wild West movies, he would have pulled out a gun and shot it.
Yeah, that's a Western way. Yes, you make things clear. So, yeah, we need to adjust ourselves to the Eastern way a little bit, knowing the Buddhism teaching. So, topic 2, what is our life for? What is our life's purpose? Okay, go ahead, please, Lucy.
Created consciousness and
Oh.
also
Okay, sorry. The reason why it's not showing the reason why Buddha created consciousness and souls of different levels. Please continue.
and allow them to develop is because he appreciates the byproduct that comes with evolution, not just the evolution itself. For example, if parents are already already complete individual as they are, then they need to go through all the effort of having and raising children. They do so not for the sole purpose to have their children become fully developed adults, but because the very act of giving birth of children and raising them is accompanied by joy. Through raising children, families will not be able to not only be more joyful, there will also be happiness. The laws of the sun, to Buddha's truth speak. And 6, the evolution of the soul.
Page 69 to 70. So you can review this book. Yeah, the part. All right. So this is very philosophical part, but it's a fundamental. He created humankind for us to develop, but he is feeling joy for us to develop. That's the happiness. Getting closer to him is called happiness. That's the purpose of life. Yeah. The byproduct with creating humankind. The universe is filled with joy with humankind developing themselves. Yeah, based on this, reading further, it's so small letters please read it if you can. Reynald, please.
In the same way, Buddha created consciousness and souls of different levels and wishes for their evolution and progress, because the very process of their evolution is accompanied by great joy. In other words, by the creation of the great universe and the creation of each life form, aiming to evolve further. All would become the expression of Buddha's joy and the source of his happiness. This is the fundamental reason why the principles of evolution exist in the great universe. Buddha is watching over with boundless kind love the consciousness and souls he created, as they continuously strive to become like him by evolving, progressing, and improving themselves.
Yes. Let's dancing. So yeah. This clarifies the purpose more. Okay. So we can contribute the happiness of God by being happy. Yeah. Our life's purpose is happiness. We are made for happiness. Okay. So we are not made by the sin. We are created for making Buddha or God happier. The more you will be happy, the more God become happier. Right? The next one, who can go ahead? Yes.
Next, let me explain how souls can evolve. One indication of how much a soul has evolved is by the amount of light it has. In the real world, we can clearly see the level of a soul's growth by looking at the amount of light it has. The same is true of the people on earth. As they advance in their spiritual training and progress in their enlightenment, the amount of light they have gradually increases, and what is known as an aura forms at the back of their heads. Those with spiritual sight will easily know a person's stage of enlightenment by looking at his or her aura.
Yeah. We learned, if you become arhat, your aura is spread back of the head. Yeah. If you are psychic, you see the aura from the back of the person's head who is arhat. Yeah. That reached the stage of a higher sixth dimension. That's the world we all can aim at in this lifetime again, right? So our growth, spiritual growth, is measured by the amount of light. Okay. We are becoming more brighter through this lifetime than the previous lifetime. This is why we were born into this world. And with the teaching of Lord Alcantara, we will make it. Right? Okay.
Can I just say one thing? The in Christianity, you have God, but you also have Jesus. He was the one who taught us about at a whole different level. So that's the evolution of spiritual consciousness, the growth of spiritual consciousness for the human race. So in Buddhism, Buddha was the teacher, even though he's channeling it from heaven. But really, he's telling you to connect with what they call the Dharmadatta, which is the Buddhist version of God. Same place, same thing.
Yeah.
We're all going the same place.
Yes.
But Buddha wasn't God. Buddha was the teacher that showed the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
It's hard to separate the two. I mean, you can actually say that and feel good about it, but it's technically he's telling you that it's up there.
Yeah.
We need to keep purifying.
Yes. Yeah.
or get more and more light.
So intellectual discussion. Yeah. You're reciting the true words spoken by Buddha, right? That's written by Master himself in 2019, before the COVID happening. After he went to Toronto, Canada. He told us you can read Buddha as the same as God, technically. But I think, in my opinion, Buddha is the wider meaning. That's including the human, as Master Okawa manifested in this world, from the same level of Buddha, a God, creator, manifested as a human form. It's called Buddha. Yeah, so Buddha, if he returns to heaven, he became God. But he manifests as a human form. That's called Buddha. Okay. So Buddha has the same meaning as God, capital G. But the only difference is God can be human. That's a very crucial point. Differentiate
Say that again.
Buddhism from Christianity. So, yeah, Buddha is a wider concept than God. Yeah. In a Western term, God cannot dwell with human flesh. But in the Buddhism term, Eastern term, God can dwell in physical body. That's called Buddha. This is a big difference. This difference makes you understand human can approach God. If you think Buddha is a manifestation of God, yeah, we, humankind, other than Buddha, can be like Buddha, okay? Because Buddha is a human. We are human, yeah? That opened infinite possibility for humankind to be like God, yeah? Actually, many paths, many stages, hundreds, millions, billions of stages to God. But we can believe we can approach to God by understanding the concept of Buddha. If you are separated from God forever, you cannot approach to God. That's not true. If you think yourself as a child of sin, you cannot approach to God. But believing in your Buddha nature, believing in Buddha is a manifestation of God, you have the possibility to get closer to God.
Is that why they say that we are created in God's image?
Yeah, that's the same thing. Yeah. So Bible can tell a partly true. Yeah, but yeah, that's not whole truth than this book. Yeah, that's the point. Thank you for Alfredo clarifying this. Yeah. Yes. Let's go ahead. You got a significance.
So the Buddha nature, we all have it. If we connect to it, we can bypass all of the karma that we've acquired and actually connect with and activate consciousness on our God.
Very good question. We will go ahead for that. Yeah. So let's see the next page. The topic 3, the workings of the mind. Okay. In this way, okay, please read it, Henry.
In this way, the extent of the soul's evolution is shown by the amount of light it has. Simply put, in order to make your soul evolve, you need to enlarge your capacity to receive more and more of Buddha's light. To do so, you must make sure that you do not create dark clouds in your mind that block his light. You must devote yourself to accumulating spiritual training to expand your soul's capacity.
Yeah. So you are a child of God, but you have difficulties, you have problems. That's called karma, as Henry said. We we have accumulated many mistakes in the past lives. That became the cloud of the mind that blocks God's light, that limited us in a small happiness. Or because of the cloud, we will go to hell because of the wrong view. Based on that, like this. Yeah. If you are a child of light, yeah, you should be happy, straightforwardly. But it isn't right now. Okay. Because your mind is clouded by some reasons. That's called karma. That's called the workbook of problems, but it's to be solved. Okay. So if your karma is the, now you know that is equivalent of life's problem as a pin. All right. If you have a pin inside, the God's light is blocked. To be unhappy. Simple. Again, you have a karma as a pin in your mind. Workbook of problems that blocks the God's light, and you will be unhappy. How to solve it? Yeah, like this.
Well, that's from the outside in.
Oh.
Receiving the light from the outside
Oh.
in. We have light from the inside.
You have always good questions. So let me stay here and then go to your point. So yeah, if you are stuck somewhere in your mind, you lead yourself to the failure in the life. But if you how can I say, solve your pin problem in your mind, you'll be happy. Okay. So Henry's question is, the light is coming from outside. Yeah, that's so important. Yeah, that's like this.
You should have a light within you too.
Within you too. Yeah, that's resonating each other because
That's where you get the completion.
yeah, you are a part of God.
Right.
You are a part of Buddha. Yeah, as we learned, our happiness is his happiness.
Right.
Okay.
So, correct.
In this sense, we are one. Not separated. We are same as one together. God and you. But you have a same frequency in the mind. You can attune yourself with Buddha. But otherwise, you'll be unhappy like this. What is a point, a pin in your mind? That is a misunderstanding towards life. Deluded by material, worldly matters. Okay, so the black ball stops the God's light towards you. Okay, so light, in essence, comes from your inner mind that connected to God. Okay, imagine you have a pipe. Okay, or you are in the Buddhism term, like a onion, many layers in your mind. So you go deeper into your mind. You can look at the same thing as that. That's fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth dimension, where God resides, Buddha, Savior resides. Yeah, into your mind. So that's called the exploration of the right mind. Okay. Righteousness is same as the concept of God. Righteousness that we are seeking for is another word of God. Mm.
You know, I really like the tuning fork.
Uh-huh.
That's
Mhm.
very profound
Mm.
because we have
Yeah,
to
I
get
think.
in tune with the God frequency.
Mm.
We
Yeah.
have to resonate with it.
Mm.
Then our karma will purify.
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
But before that, you need to find out your pin in this life.
Well,
You
that-
need to
that's
find
the
out.
easy part
Mm.
because it's hitting us over the head every day.
Yeah, but you are circulating the same place without looking at your deeper karma, deeper cause that you're suffering. So you need to go deeper, deeper to your mind. That is infinite path. But people tend to look at other eternal external things. Yeah, looking at very external problems, but there is the only cause that you created, at least in this lifetime, such as we are suffering from not getting parents' love, as we learned so far. Maybe this is the raise experience, Can you tell it in a short time?
Well, yeah.
Uh.
I did one video, right? Remember?
Your experience, you did it
So
once.
my view initially
Uh.
of being adopted
Yeah.
was very negative
Uh-huh.
because I was wondering why
Uh-huh.
was I adopted?
Uh-huh.
They didn't love me.
Yeah.
And that's how I saw it.
Mm.
I felt not loved
Mhm.
and I was seeking them.
Yeah.
And going through life, you know, that external, I was looking at externally and like, why?
Mhm.
And so as I learned and I got into happy science,
Mhm.
my way of thinking changed.
Mhm. Mhm.
And you know, it's the difference between Western and Eastern thinking.
Mhm.
I look from within
Mhm. Mhm.
and learn to self-reflect. And when I self-reflected,
Mhm.
I realized, you know, I was blessed to be adopted because they gave me life
Mhm.
and they gave me up to a great family. And the fact that my birth mom decided the love that I was seeking
Yeah.
all my life was already given at birth, and because she gave me
Mm.
up to her and I had a good life.
Yeah.
So that decision she made was
Uh-huh.
unbelievably difficult.
Yeah.
And so the love that I was seeking was already given
Yes.
at the beginning. And so my
Mm.
view changed.
Yeah. Which is the truth. Yeah. I was not given love, or I was given love totally at the beginning, which is
Was
true.
unconditioned.
Yeah, that's the
But she
latter
was
one.
never
Yeah.
seeing it.
Uh-huh. That's awareness.
That love he's talking about is because my mom felt she wasn't able to give him what he really needed.
Yeah.
And that's why she seeks
Yes.
someone who could
That's another form of
sacrifice.
love. Yeah. Sacrifice.
And so all that suffering that pin that I had,
Yes.
I needed
Mhm.
because without the pin, I'll never learn. So we all need suffering to learn.
Yeah.
We're forced to learn.
And then he got the moment. Yeah. When he removed the pin from his mind, he is overwhelmed. Yeah. So that's the moment we have awakened to the truth. We need to experience this moment with running tears, like his experience. Yeah. So this conversion of the view should be made in happy science first. That's a very starting point to convey the truth. Otherwise, how you can convey the happiness to others? Yeah. Happiness should be done by changing your view. Correct your view to God's view. That's called right view. First step in the Eightfold Path. And your view towards love should be corrected. You are loved already. You are forgiven already. Yeah. You're loved unconditionally already. At the time of birth. And we misunderstood it. We are suffering. Yeah. That's laws of the sun. And the Eightfold Path that we are learning this year. Yeah.
In the laws of the sun, Master explains that our state of mind
Yeah.
is responsible for the affinity
Yes.
of Buddha's light
Yes.
or the reject of Buddha's light.
Yes.
So it is very critical that we have the proper state of mind so we can attract
Yes.
Buddha's light. Or
Yeah.
it will
The
spread
thing
like-
is waiting for you later.
Right.
Please explain it later on again.
That's called right view.
Yeah, that's called right view.
Because if your view is wrong from the get-go, everything is wrong.
Yeah. Point is very cleared today. Yeah.
And then there's snakes everywhere you look.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I think there's no ropes.
Yeah.
He says,
All right. Ooh. Who's the next one? So small. Good eyes. Go ahead. Joseph, maybe.
The workings of the mind. Thoughts are transmitted. It is often said that our thoughts can be transmitted to other people. For example, when you like someone, that person will sense your feelings even though you don't show them and will gradually begin to like you as well. This actually happens often. The opposite is also true. When you dislike someone, that person will also sense your feelings even though you don't show them, and the relationship between the two of you will become uneasy. Then, how is this kind of telepathic communication where thoughts are transmitted from the mind to mind possible? And how does it actually happen? Let me consider this point.
Yeah, you can understand this, right? Okay. Continue, please.
Creative power of the mind. The workings of the mind actually include the creative power that Buddha gave to human beings. Buddha created the different dimensions with his will. He created the third dimensional universe, the souls of humans, as well as their physical bodies. Each and every human being is a part of Buddha's consciousness, and by itself is a complete single miniature universe. Therefore, the workings of the human mind originate from his creative power and are similar to it. So every thought and feeling creates something somewhere in this third dimensional universe and in corresponding multidimensional space. Further, the collection of the thoughts of all individuals becomes the power that creates the real world.
So as the mind of man can conceive and believe, can achieve.
Yeah. This is a fundamental truth about the workings of the mind. Yeah. You see, this so fundamental. Yeah. Based on this fact, the other teachings was preached. So it's great to know the creativity of the mind is the same as God created power to this universe. Yeah. We have the same power. It's the power God created this universe. That's the same as a kigan, right? If you have sow a seed in your mind, the small seed will eventually grow as a big tree. Without a seed, the big tree is not here. But if you keep watering the seed has a possibility to be a big tree. Yeah. Maybe you clarify this point, okay, today. Yeah. The possibility to be a Buddha is opened by Master Hokawa was born as a Buddha. Okay. This is a seed. But how it is tended is decided how you bring it up. Okay. If you misunderstandingly bring it up, the seed, yeah, your future will be tended wrong. Okay. So we need to make it straight or to God. That's correct view, right view. We need to understand righteousness here. So,
The master, sorry, but master explains that in one of the prayer books.
yeah, yeah. I wanted you to, yeah, look at the sutra this, like this. Yeah. Sandy is not maybe devotee yet.
No, but
Right.
you get that in the pamphlet about that prayer or the book will you get now.
Yes, this is for devotee members. So and then Henry too, you are a member, and then others are devotees. So you can get these sutras and then this ritual prayer, Alcantara 5, Alcantara healing inside. When you become a devotee. Yeah. So after that, I will explain this one. This has, as Alfredo said,
In that
these
prayer
kind of
book-
teachings.
In that prayer book, master said that the fruit from your tree will be bitter or sweet, depending on the seed and how it was tended.
Yeah. That's right view, the cause and effect that I'm saying today. Reynaldo, please.
Nature of the soul. It is the soul's nature to be able to concentrate, absorb, emit, and amplify this light of Buddha. We consider those who can absorb and emit a large amount of Buddha's light as having plenty of light. They are the ones known as the guiding spirits of light. Tathagatas and Bodhisattvas have a tremendous ability to concentrate and emanate Buddha's light and can send a light into other people. In short, they are able to bring bright light into people's mind. All human souls live by absorbing and dispensing Buddha's light, dispersing Buddha's light.
Please continue.
If souls have the ability to concentrate and disperse Buddha's light, then what about the souls in hell? For those souls, the supply of Buddha's light's energy has been cut off. Actually, they are blocking Buddha's light with massive dark clouds of negative thought energy that they created themselves. So they are living in dark, damp, cave-like places. They no longer live on Buddha's energy. The source of their energy is the negative thoughts harbored by people living on earth.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe make teachings connected as one, right? Here.
Well, that's present time too. All of us have clouds.
Yes.
We're trying to get rid of them.
Yeah, yeah. So this world is a projection of our thought. Okay. So yeah, we are living in this world at the same time, the other world. Yeah, you make the point. So by cleansing our mind, we can cleanse this world. Because this world is a manifestation of our mind.
There was the student, the first student of the Buddha to become enlightened was not intelligent.
Oh, you know very well. Yeah. He speaks always, every day. Like you cleanse your mind. Yeah.
Right. So because he's surrounded by arhats and people that are like amazing historical figures,
Uh-huh.
but this one fella, he just
Yeah.
wasn't getting it.
Mm-hmm.
So the Buddha pulled him aside and gave him the task. He
Uh-huh.
says, you sweep the temple
Uh-huh.
every day,
Uh-huh.
and as you sweep it, you visualize you're sweeping the dirt out of your mind.
Yeah.
And that was the first student of the Buddha.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Yeah. Thank
Well,
you
it's
for
simple.
mentioning it.
Yes.
Very simple. Yes.
Yeah.
That's all about controlling the mind, exploration of the right mind. Started with cleansing your mind,
Some
sweeping out the dust of the mind. That's called ping, problems of life. Anywhere, the snake. Uh-huh. So,
And you can apply that to taking a shower too. Every morning
Yeah.
you take a shower,
yeah,
you're
you smell bad.
Yeah.
you're cleansing
Uh-huh.
the shower. The
Uh-huh.
water is like
Yeah.
light,
Uh-huh.
cleansing your mind.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
there's variations of it.
Uh-uh. Yeah. Actually, Buddha took bath 3 times a day. Yeah. And the master too. Yeah.
science, we call it some.
Samu.
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 Some
Cleaning.
Some
Cleaning. So it's I put the different
cleansing.
meaning than just a cleaning. Yeah. We are cleaning our mind. Cleaning this room. It's called a samu. That's a discipline. Discipline itself.
Can I share a quick story
Okay.
about some?
All right.
I went to Japan for training. And I wasn't quite sure what to expect, even though I worked for a professional cleaning company.
Yeah.
My first task when I was at Sohonza, which is where I did my training, is they put me with about 12 or 13 other people that was going through the same program. And there was a girl, she must have been 18 or 19 years old. She was in charge of the assignments. She gave me a toothbrush, some cleaning solution, and she took me to the men's bathroom. And there were like 13 or 14
Oh my
urinals.
gosh. Oh my God.
These are big urinals. And she showed me, started cleaning the first urinal. And I was like, this is not efficient at all. I was like, how are you gonna clean with a toothbrush? This huge, and the urinal looked beautiful, looked brand new. So I looked at her and in English, I said, you want me to clean this urinal with a toothbrush? We're gonna be here for, and then she said, not only this one, she said, Zembu.
All of it.
I was like, this is, and I just had to like, wait a minute. So it wasn't that she wanted me to be efficient. It was the process of cleaning and cleansing your mind at the same time.
There was a lesson.
So that was a lesson for
Yeah.
me because in my job here, I am about efficiency, saving cost, saving time, saving effort. Not in some. It's about cleansing completely the mind and the heart as you do your job.
Well, what happened?
I cleaned all of them
With
with
a
a toothbrush.
Wow. It's called the bodhisattva.
You know, at first I was like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking logical here, efficiency,
Yeah.
wasting money, the wasting.
So you're
When she said Zembu, I looked at that 18-year-old like,
So finally, he got a different view, right? That's a lesson that can be done with the SAMU training. You're not only focusing on the material things, but focusing on the spiritual aspect.
I know in my younger days, when I'm lazy and I'm so don't even care about myself, my place is messy. When I'm very positive, energetic, I clean and the place is clean and I feel good. So that Samo thing really relates to how I feel.
Yeah.
When my place is dirty, that means I'm not in it. Very cloudy.
Yeah.
My mind. But
So,
when my place is clean, I love cleaning because you find yourself, I'm in a positive mood.
yeah. And then that is Joseph's profession, right? Up and downsizing.
Tell me the difference between cleaning and Samu again.
Samo is
Demonstrate.
using that, kind of like what you was referring to that first
Yeah,
disciple of Buddha.
Flying into the mind.
it's like a spiritual cleansing
I got you.
more than the physical
Yeah,
sweeping, mopping, wiping.
yeah,
Like the true
You know what I
word
mean?
Right.
yeah.
So,
spoken by Buddha.
Recitation included in it. Then, but yeah, the purpose we are clarifying today is finding a pin inside. What is your suffering now? To find it out, we are cleaning our mind. Everyday discipline. Yeah, when you're angry, you need to control it and then try to do it again and again and again. You need to reach out the deeper cause. Wow, I am angry at some situation repeatedly. The same kind of situation made me angry. That is the same as the situation in my childhood. I felt misunderstood by my parents. Yeah. And I felt unfair at the moment. The feeling is still remaining inside in my mind. And if I face the same situation as my childhood, I got angry. Wow, this is my pain inside of the mind in the childhood. I need to make it correct. Yeah. My parents loved me and they scolded me. Yeah. Understand my situation totally. But I felt it's unfair. Just like that. Turn the perspective to the correct one. Yeah. My parents loved me. Yeah. Not hated me. So I need to control my emotion towards the same situation that I had in my childhood. I just reacted automatically to the same situation that I had in my childhood. That is a pain inside. Yeah, that's a deeper level of solution to my anger, right? You need to have such kind of analysis to yourself, how your emotion moves, how your mind goes when at the difficult situation, right? This kind of things is called controlling your mind. In other words, exploration of the right mind. That is a cleaning too. The same as a spiritual training, cleaning. Yeah. You need to find out your dust in the mind, everyday life, ignorance, greed, and conceit, pride, such kind of things. Yeah. If you find out, make it correct. Yeah. And if you see this happening repeatedly, please look at the deeper cause. That's a discipline of Samu, cleansing your mind. Yeah. Cleaning your room. Yeah. So you need to recognize the purpose of learning teaching. Finally, you need to look at the pin inside. Yeah. If you don't make it sense, you need to learn the teaching and practice giving love more in the everyday life. Yeah. If you acquire the return of giving love, yeah, you need to be more transparent. Yeah. You need to give your love unconditionally to others. That is a one discipline. Yeah. So on this process, your mind will be transparent and see easily the pin inside. That's the level we require in happy science. Yeah. From there, you can save other people. First, you need to look at your pin inside. Look at your problems in this life, your weakness. That's difficult. That's hard. But you need to face it with it. Right? Next. Yeah. So I read it. The continuation of the horrible snake rope and hem. If you can't help but look like a snake with a rope, you have a ticket for an express train that will take you to hell. Yeah. Keep that in mind. It is not that the rope on the night road looks like a snake, but that the world is full of light. This is what I mean when I say person who says everyone around me is a bad person is the worst person. Yeah, how you see the world. If it's negative too much, you have the ticket to hell. Yeah. So, if you see it just like a snake, right? That's just reacting, yeah, not thinking. Okay. If you stop there and consider it carefully, that's the starting point of the disciplining your mind. But if you just react it, looking at the rope as a snake and have a fear, that's just like an animal, right? You're not human yet. Human can think. Human can believe. Yeah. So you need to not just react, but think carefully towards the incidents or situations in front of you in everyday life. It's exploration of the right mind. Okay. Maybe totally clear the point, I think. Okay. Like that. Finally, you are getting rid of your mind from fear. Last topic. Yeah, finally we will come to attune your mind with Buddha's mind. Maybe you got a point already. So yeah, that's the one from the Golden Laws. 3 theses of Buddha's light physics. Go ahead, please, Alfredo.
This is number one, the affinity of Buddha's light. The light of Buddha is amplified. I think I shared that with you guys already. Is amplified when it comes in contact with something with which it finds an affinity, whereas it avoids contact with an object that is opposite to it.
Yeah.
Basically, your state of mind determines whether God's light will shine and attract to you or will stay away from you.
Yeah. Like a misunderstanding, Reynaldo told us. Yeah. I'm not loved by parents. Yeah. That's a cloud of the mind, deluded view. Yeah. If you remove it, the light of the Buddha or God will shine upon you. But your view blocked it. You need to change it. Right? The second thesis. Please go ahead, please, Alfredo.
Second teaching, the laws of self-realization. Creation and destruction occurs through the process of condensation or diffusion of the light of Buddha.
Yeah. So if you condense your thought on something, that will be realizing. But if you erase the thought on something, nothing realizes. So that's the Kigan. Yeah. You see? If you forget your Kigan today, your thought dispersed, your thought is diffused, right? Nothing happens. So I recommend you at the end of the month, you remind yourself of Kigan wish that you took the last day of the last year. You remind yourself of it repeatedly every month, and you can continue to realize it. Okay? To believe in the cause and effect is Kigan, right? It's invisible. but you need to believe it. Cause and effect. Unless you have thought in your mind, nothing realizes. Yeah. Again, I insist this point because this is a work of the mind. Yeah. When you believe it, it realizes. When you ignore it, nothing realizes. Utopia will not come. So I insisted. Remind yourself of Kigan content. And then make it develop every month to take part in Kigan service. Yeah. It suggests $50, but at any cost, I recommend you to do it, knowing the work of the mind. Yes. I never forget it. As a minister, if I forget it, I'm not working at all. Yeah. Even I cut the lawn, even I clean this room without Kigan, I'm doing nothing. Because my thought is 100% myself. Yeah? Without thinking something, my work is nothing. Okay? To this extent, deepen your mind and something realizes in the future. Yeah. Okay. Then next, please continue, Alfredo.
Thesis, the law of same wavelength attraction. The light of Buddha has wavelengths.
Yeah, this is the point. Yeah, we are deepening today. Yeah, this is our thought. Yeah, frequency. Yeah. A resonates with B. Yeah, and the same sound comes out from B, right? If you ring A, and then B is resonated with A sound in the same frequency, right? It's clear science, right? The same thing. Yeah, God rings his frequency. Yeah, but something blocks the frequency from God in your mind. You are not resonated with God. What's it? What's it? The blocks. That's a pin. That's a snake. That's a problem of your life. Okay. Explore it. Seek for the pin and find it out to tackle with it. With the reflection, deeper and deeper to your mind, right? Then, if you remove it, you'll be happy, right? Because you resonated with God's frequency. Removing the block inside of your mind. Remove the pin of your mind.
Can I share?
Yeah.
To go back to my experience at Sohon.
Please.
That young lady explained that concept to me because I was halfway done. About the first 6 urinals going on to the next 4. And a guy came in because the temple is open. A guy came in, went to the first urinal and did his business. So I am on my knees and I'm like cleaning the urinal, and I kind of looked at him, and the lady that was supervising me saw the look on my face. I was like, dude, don't you use one of these over here? But I didn't say anything. I just gave him a look.
All right.
And she saw that look on my face. So when we finished for that day, she called me into the room to do a briefing after us, and she was explaining to me the fact that people, because everybody say, "Oh, Scott is somebody," I didn't know what it meant, but thank you for your hard work. But I was like, "Don't you have common sense? How come you didn't use one of these that I've been doing yet?"
All right.
But she was trying to tell me, people, I am giving my love and my effort to keep the place clean so that people can use it. Obviously, if they knew where I was, they probably would have done it. But he was just doing his thing. So she helped me kind of like readjust my thinking.
Yes.
Put love into you.
You made it clear.
You make it appreciated.
Yeah.
Not bad for 18 years old.
Dude,
Yeah.
she gained my respect. And even when I came back home, my
yeah.
thinking about cleaning was completely different.
So value is totally different
Completely different.
from the materialistic view. That's a heavenly perspective, right? So we will face it when we die. Yeah, the same thing.
I mean,
The reversed value is there.
at her age, to be able to just look at me and know what was going through my mind
Right.
blew me away because I am much older. I could be her father.
Yeah.
But her awareness and her understanding of what it is that she was trying to make me understand blew my mind. Yeah. So, cleaning for me had a completely different meaning.
I think you're so happy to have Alfredo here. He had a many amazing experience as a minister. So he lives here forever, I believe. That's never done at any places other than Hawaii. And then Kevin is here. That's a treasure. Yeah.
I know what to buy Alfredo's Christmas present.
Toothbrush, right?
Thank you.
Uh,
Now I'm about efficiency.
Okay.
The spiritual part of the cleaning comes naturally now.
Yes, okay.
In the movie Woodstock,
Huh.
the huge rock and roll thing, they show all the musicians and the thousands of people and everything. The highest guy in Woodstock was the porta potty cleaner guy. If you watch that movie, I mean, he's the one with all the wisdom. He's the one with all the compassion. He's the one with a clear mind.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So everyone knows it in the depths of the mind. Yeah.
This last time that I took my family to Japan, there is I don't know the name of the temple where all the not graves, but the ash urns for the members that have passed.
Mhm.
We have the
The
statues inside.
Happy Afterlife
Yeah,
Park.
Yeah. Well, there's a gentleman that works there now. He's a stag. He was one of the Unsuis when I was there. So I mean, I was like the only black person there. So when I saw me, he was like, hey, I know you. Me, Masami, and Masami's mother, and Taigo and Hiroki went to that place because we also have a place there for when we pass, where our ashes will be held. And the young man was looking at me and said, I went to Unsui training with you. So that is small world.
Wow. This time?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
what a
Couple
small
months
world.
ago.
Yeah.
We were
Wow.
in Japan. And
Yes.
he came out and remembered that I was one of the people that was
Maybe you will meet him in the heavenly world too. Because frequency is the same. Yeah. So yeah, if you're getting spiritual more, you can see this world as if the spirit world is unfolded. Yeah, your thought is manifesting very quickly than before if you become more spiritual. Yeah, and then your thought will realize quicker and faster than ever. But I recommend you not forget reflection. Yeah, if you go wrong way, the negative thought will manifest faster and sooner. That's so dangerous. So please take time to go deeper, learning the truth, rationally, intellectually. Both things, right? Rationally, intellectually learning makes you protected from evil spirits. If you're getting spiritual only, you will be vulnerable to be attacked by devils. You will be spiritual to see things more spiritually. You will sense the negative emotions from devil's side or other people. You'll be hurt soon. You'll be vulnerable from others' emotions or intentions because you see them thinking negatively evil things towards you, and you will be influenced by them easily, and you fell down to the bad situations. So learning the truth itself is important. Yeah.
Joseph, who is already helping people by
Mm.
helping them
Yeah.
clean up and straighten out their life.
Yeah.
If you add that spiritual aspect, not that you don't, I don't know.
Yeah.
But
We-
if you add that spiritual aspect
Mm.
to your cleaning service, I promise you'll make a difference in these people's lives.
Yeah. I think Happy Science focuses on also the worldly aspect. Yeah, like a working ability, capability. That's not ignored. That shouldn't be neglected. Yeah, we will be capable people by learning teaching in this world, even. Yeah, but it should be same as in the other world's value. Yeah, that shouldn't be forgotten. Okay, this one. Okay, so the happiness comes from attuning yourself with Buddha's light. Your frequency is uplink by attuning yourself with God's light, God's thought, God's mind. Okay. Alfredo, please conclude the point. Is this too much small letters for you to read?
Okay, got it.
Joseph, please.
Attune your mind with Buddha's mind from the Golden Laws. The third thesis states that Buddha, the light of Buddha, has wavelengths, higher frequencies. Oh, has wavelengths. Higher frequencies are attuned to higher frequencies, and the lower frequencies are attuned to other lower frequencies. The light of Buddha contains thought waves that are imbued with the will to communicate, which are transmitted through the grand cosmos, including multidimensional space. However, these thought waves are only capable of communicating with others of the same frequency.
Yeah, that is cleared. And then going back to the first book that we learned today, the 10 Principles of from Alcantara, Volume 2. Yeah. Please.
Those who have learned much in past incarnations have a higher level of insight. In fact, a person's level of insight is equivalent to his or her spiritual level. If I were to explain what a person's spiritual level means in this earthly world, it would be his or her level of insight. The question is whether he or she understands the feelings and worries of a greater number of people and to solve their problems. No matter how many books you read, without having greater insight, you will not attain the ability to solve problems.
Yeah. So insight is the equivalent of awareness. Yeah. So you are measured by the amount of light, okay, for your spiritual growth. Okay. The more you have large amount of light of Buddha, yeah, the more you go back to the higher level of heaven. Okay. This is the concept, right? And that is, in other words, you can feel others' feelings more, others' worries more, and greater numbers of people you can understand by the awareness, by the insight that you got from these teachings. So you can solve their problems. That's your capacity of love. And finally, you can save the greater numbers of people. That's our goal. That's where we are aiming at. Higher heaven towards God. Okay. The amount of light that you can contain in your soul should be greater and greater. That's the direction we are aiming at. Because we are God's light in essence. Okay. We need to enlarge our amount of light that has the greater number of people's feelings. Yeah. We can understand those people's sufferings. Yeah. But we need to first attain our enlightenment, where we are suffering from. Started with our suffering. Yeah. That's essential. In short, we are deluded by three-dimensional wavelengths around us. And we are deluded every day. Yeah. They say us just material, just a physical body. But it's not true. We are spirit. We are mind. Okay. That manifests as it thinks. Yeah. As it have a thought. Okay. Don't forget it. Unless you forget it, you are a spiritual being. But if you forget it totally, you are just like a chunk of meat. Yeah. That's a difference between animals and humans. You can think. You can believe invisible things. You can believe God. That's a differentiate us from animals. Right?
Well,
Mm.
we're building a spiritual foundation.
Mm.
Understanding.
Yeah.
We read something in a book, our thinking mind can go, okay, I understand that. But you have to actually realize it. You have to actualize it. It has to become
Yeah.
part of your foundation where it becomes an operational principle,
Mm.
foundational principle
Yeah.
that you're going to act on for the rest of your life.
Uh-huh.
So that's the difference between,
Uh-huh.
reading it. And,
Yeah. Yes.
and it's
Mhm.
why it's so important to actually
Yeah.
take the time to
Yeah.
soak in.
Yeah. I think if you don't practice it, that means your reading is not enough. Your learning is not enough. Your learning is not reaching the point. Yeah. If you truly learn the truth, you want to practice it. If you don't practice the teaching, that means you didn't learn enough. Yeah. We cannot help acting when we learn the truth. Yeah. If you know the suffering of your mind, you automatically go out for the salvation to the people because you know their sufferings. Yeah. Everyone is suffering from the delusion accompanied by the physical body. Okay. No one exceptional. No one around you, including you. You are suffering. Yeah.
But the key
Mhm.
that makes it really easy
Mhm.
is love of God.
Yeah.
If you truly have a loving relationship with God,
Mhm.
all these things are like pieces of the puzzle that are coming together
Uh-huh.
as your foundation.
Yeah.
as your basis.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you're up here and somebody's down here, then you can, if you're skillful, you could just look up one level.
Yeah.
and-
Step by step.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's where wisdom comes in.
Yeah.
Where you reckon wisdom, the definition of the word wisdom is the interconnectedness of all things.
Mhm.
So you can see how it's all connected,
Mhm.
and then you can teach.
Well,
Yeah.
that's the key.
Yeah, that's a key. That we are learning from the unshakable mind, the principle of accumulation. We don't rush.
Only way to gain wisdom is to put it into practice.
Uh-huh.
And then once you put it into practice, makes you able to teach it.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you don't do it yourself, it's hard for you to teach somebody else. how to
Yeah,
do it.
yeah, yeah. That's fake.
Can I share one story?
All right.
So one of my clients I've got to know pretty well. He's 83 now,
Uh-huh.
and he sees everything as a snake.
Uh-huh. Yeah, those kind of people there.
Yes. So
Mm.
he's everybody's the worst person out there,
Uh,
and everybody's a bad driver. Everybody's out to get him. So it takes a lot of inner peace for me to not let it affect me. But and especially he asked me to take him on a couple errands to shopping or the post office.
uh-huh.
So even though he's my passenger, he's telling me where to go, where to drive, which lane to take, and which and then gets mad when somebody's cutting me off.
Uh-huh.
Even though I'm totally fine.
Uh-huh.
I'm just peaceful driving, but he's that
Yeah.
time will yell at other people
Uh-huh.
in his 83-year-old age.
Uh,
And so I
to
did
get
that
to
several times, and each time I tell him to relax, enjoy the scenery.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
This is you don't have to drive. I'm driving. But this last time, I told him the only I made a rule that he cannot complain about other people, and that this is a happy drive,
Oh,
and to just when you look out, don't look at all the bad things out there, because he's cussing to everybody,
uh-huh.
with me. So I told him this is a happy drive. And every time he opened his mouth to complain about the other driver, he said, "Oh, okay, this is a happy drive." So,
Oh.
Introduce to Harris.
Yes.
Go get him, Harris.
Yeah,
which is
yeah,
exercise.
yeah, yeah. We
trying
we
to,
can learn from anyone, right?
I don't think I have that kind of patience.
That's a good lesson, John. So
So
happy drive.
happy drive. But it's also I've tried to find my own wisdom to help older people than me
Mm.
to maybe assert this way of thinking respectfully,
Mhm.
because I sometimes let them rant on and be patient and sometimes interject some things, but I think the he in particular, I've had to almost think that he's at that level where unsavable, because it's so far. Everything's a
Yeah.
snake. So
So yeah.
I've wrestled with myself the past year, like how much time or how much energy should I spend on
Uh-huh.
this one very difficult person,
Uh,
where I can spend that time with
yeah.
a lot of other ready people.
Mm,
But yet
mm,
God puts him in my life over and over.
mm.
So then I'm like, okay, so he's here every week in my life. I need to maybe assert a little bit more the happy view, the right view. So we had a success in the happy drive the other day. And for that period, even though he stopped himself several times and I stopped him, then he liked the happy drive.
Yeah, that's a very good example. Sweeping your mind. Yeah. Joseph is driving and sweeping.
Succeed with him, you can succeed with anyone.
Just follow his
Clear example.
We're creators.
Yeah.
We're a child of God. We
Yeah.
can create,
Mm.
and He created
Yeah.
that happy drive.
Good conclusion.
You switched the channel on the television.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
You summarized up.
The frequency. He was
That's
trying
Yeah.
That's a big
Okay.
Teach him to see the world the way you see it.
We got a point.
parallels.
Thank you, Joseph.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, that's the thing. Yeah. Yeah. Joseph maybe got the point. It's hemp. And then he said it's rope to another one. Yeah. Because he solved it already.
Right.
Yeah.
His view of thinking.
Uh-huh. All right.
That's not a pilot.
Yeah.
It's a piece of rope.
Uh-huh.
You can smoke it.
So,
Yeah, can I mention a story too,
Oh,
since
uh-huh.
everyone gave this story? I was watching my granddaughter, and she's making tea for her grandfather. And then she said, "Oh, Papa, have some tea." I'm like, "No, I want coffee." I was just playing with her.
Huh.
So she said, "Okay," that didn't stop her. So the second time she said, "Papa, have some tea." "No, I want coffee." And I'm over there looking like, man, what a trip to thinking about my husband, what a trip. And then so finally she's wise up. She said, "Papa, have some coffee." I said, "Pat, you." She just, yeah, because she was just so open up.
uh,
You know,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
had
yeah.
to bust out of that. So I would bust out of that.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
want
yeah, humor, sense of humor helps us
it.
changing frequency.
Oh, it's cute.
Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah.
But yeah.
Great, great.
So yeah, it's up your mind, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Open up.
Yeah. Reynaldo, please go ahead. The last one.
The true nature of high spirits can be simply described as their high levels of insight. I teach that the spirit world is composed of different stages or dimensions: the fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, and ninth dimensions. The difference between these dimensions lies not in the status or reputation of the spirits, but in their levels of insight. The greater the position at which a person stands, the more worlds they have seen, the more people they have understood, and most importantly, the more they have grasped the will of God. We are born into this world many times and accumulate experiences to gain greater insight.
Yeah, this is written in the 37th page in this book. Okay. Yeah, so step first, finding a pin of the mind. Next, life's purpose is to enlarge our capacity of life. And next, step, use workings of mind's creative power as God. And the fourth, attune your mind with God's mind. Then next week, we can go to the Genesis part, I think. Yeah. Yeah, thank you. So this is a Lord of the Sun, page 83. Yeah, to conclude this service. Henry, please.
Summary. To know what is right is to know the mind of Buddha, to scientifically explore his life, what is good and what is evil, what is true and what is false, what is beautiful and what is ugly. Buddha's mind determines the answers to these questions. To know Buddha's mind is to investigate the nature of the body of energy of his light. In short, to know Buddha's mind is to make the utmost effort to understand Buddha. Let me read that again. To know Buddha's mind is to investigate the nature of the body of energy of his light. Let that soak in. I'll read it again. To know Buddha's mind is to investigate the nature of the body of energy of his light. So you can resonate with it. You get to know it, then you learn how to resonate.
Yeah.
In short, to know Buddha's mind is to make the utmost effort to understand Buddha. In addition to the laws of the sun, I have been writing other books on the theory of the truth to help you deepen your understanding of Buddha's mind, or the nature of Buddha's body of energy. Because if you understand it, then you can absorb it, you can communicate with it, you can see it, that's where the wisdom starts filtering through. These teachings will be the greatest keys for you to learn the mind of Buddha. I hope you will learn the mind of Buddha, grasp what is right, and use that as your guide to practice the Eightfold Path.
Thank you all for following the Lord of the Sun reading. Yeah. Yeah, I learned a lot to deliver this service. Yeah.
Mm.
Wow. Is it written in this book? In the very first book of Happy Science? Yeah. So this how significant book, yeah, I found. Thank you for joining the service. Yeah. Today. Thank you for you online all. So let's conclude the service with taking a bow to Lord El Cantare. Yeah. Thank you, Lord, for your guidance.
Great service.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks to you all. Your understanding is so developed. Super, super great people, I think.
Well, if you bring it out of us.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Please return the envelope to the tray. Yeah. And I'll remind you of it every time. Yeah.
Thank you for reminding us.
And then please develop your vow throughout the year. You can develop it. Yeah.
Good job, Peter.
Yeah, thank you. You too.
You all did a great job. Wow. Yeah.
Neat. Yeah. Started with your exploration.
Yeah.
So
Man, yeah, you really pulled together a lot of
yeah. That should be done.
Yeah. Pulled a lot of together, this one, and the other,
Please focus on this year.
You're still close to.
So the last of the sun, the other version, that's all already gone.
Yeah, that's already gone. So we'll have each chapter as a pamphlet. Yeah, such as a chapter 2 only is printed as a pamphlet for giving away.
So I have somebody that like that I want to. Yeah. So should I give him? Should I wait for that? Should I wait for that?
Yeah, new one, or
Or should I
give me
give him?
shall I whole book?
Is that too much?
No,
Think so?
it depends on the person. Yeah. So I think it's possibility for the people. We don't limit it.
Right.
Right. Sorry, Henry.
That's all right.
All right.
And then you fell into the. Okay.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yep, right. Right. Good job, dude.
Oh, please help me to make him on the break.
Oh, it's like I am. Okay, don't.
Peter, I'll give you the book.
Oh, all right.
We're gonna read from the book.
Thank you.
Just give me some.
You make this.
Sandy. Sandy, much appreciated.
Okay, Digna, we'll give this back to you.
Peter,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna go get some quick.
Oh.
Go to my car, I'm so right back. Teacher.
Okay, I come.
Yeah, come. Let's.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, nice with the salad. huh?
Yeah, so I guess we're gonna. Got me here with this pass out, put in here, saying that when I have to tell this thing, that's smart. If you want it, the salad of bowl.
How was the whole Santa? That was bad. I worked pretty hard out. Yeah. So, bands are, he's strapped in. Ah. And they're playing, well, the blues, lines, the show for.
But that one was sure.
Okay. Not now. So the last piece they do is a thing on. Oh, but instead 29 never thought of the real. So I come out, it's spotlight on, so I say, Merry Christmas, oh. And then I go around beyond the porch, and I look at what they're singing on. I let them sing with the, oh. So I look enough like Santa Claus. Yeah, oh my God. Why? That is the oh, you're right. So they're riding through all this stuff. I know the whole day on it. I'm doing like a freaking all of my friends and trying to get them to get said. Yeah, well, it's like see it. They all about to get so realized it was it's coming out. Wow. Yeah. Good idea. Bringing that gift part of it as thanks to Santa. Hoping that, yeah. Like if I'm talking teary eyed, the kitchen filled with wonder. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. What's it like? Yeah. What part? Yeah. No going in. Yeah. Very good. Thanks. Make a coffee.
First, it's wrong. Okay, here.
They have that person who you see everything in this news. I have one guy.
Yeah.
And everybody knows it.
Right? Yeah. Wow. I wonder. Yeah. Yeah. So, oh, oh. Oh, yes, please.
I'll mix some, oh, you'll mix in between, okay.
I like your toothbrush story.
Oh.
So let's see. I didn't even know people did that, but they do that. Me?
Yeah, right, it's.
I was like, this is definitely not efficient.
Yeah.
It's gonna take a lot of time. It's ridiculous at this stage in our life.
Yeah.
I didn't grasp what she was trying to do.
That was Mr. Miyagi teaching there. Yeah. So now what did she say to you on the final announcement?
Well, she was sharing the difference or the purpose of the cleaning.
Oh, I see.
Because when I went in there, I was like, this place is spotless. I mean, the entire bathroom, the kitchen sink, the counter, everything was spotless. So she kind of explained to me the condition of the bathroom was going to become many people before me. Was a toothbrush she left. You know what I mean? So she wanted me to understand that it wasn't about efficiency and how fast you could clean and the entire bathroom. But it's of your purpose of understanding why you were doing it in the first place. And the community. So I don't know. The name of that is the first series.
Ruin that.
Yeah, but that's what I want. You know, like something like a cleanest thing again.
Oh, right, yeah, oh, yeah.
You know, they give you a certain time, you know.
What do you mean? Moral story.
Here you go. You see, for lunch this.
Yeah.
Let's watch.
Yeah, what is
Yeah, where you go.
You know, you need a lack of technology, but
Peter?
you know, it's a principle of spirituality.
Peter,
you know.
I'm going to put this back in your office.
Oh, thanks.
How can I get them?
Sorry, I put the card on the desk.
You know, so that was a whole paradigm shift to me. And now Joseph is in that field, so. Often as you can combine it without even knowing it, I think you do benefit.
Sorry, Lucy, I left the card on the desk. I trust too much people.
This one here,
Too hot.
on the, have the cell phone underneath. And then what's this for my breakfast, but I didn't have a chance to eat it so long. Used to be the one who did the cup this all. Yeah.
Wow, cool. It's far. It takes with the I bring the porch.
I don't like being out there.
And if you like some water, teas, here, coffee I'm pouring.
Okay,
Then cold water in the fridge, please help yourself.
Who made the coffee?
It's not Eric.
Eric is not here, so I
Eric Gafulu.
guess we're gonna drink that.
Sorry about it. Play for him. Recovery from Hulu.
Wow, I know, right?
So Forest and Night.
And who's Peter?
Huh?
Nothing smaller?
Oh yeah. Okay.
Smaller plate.
There are many smaller. Oh. Already.
That'll work. Works too big, that's too small.
Oh,
I'll go with raise options.
Sorry, water, juice. Here, grab one more, it's water. Water. I'll take a circle, but it's not. Thanks.
Wow.
I like to have control. I'm gonna implement that in myself.
That'd be fine.
Oh, you know, the other juices, and you get that for. Snack. I also,
When I was living in Northern California,
no, I just love
we do like an hour drive down to there. And I was creating this
it.
process. A lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of shit. And
Yeah.
you know, spend the whole get in my car and try to get down and land for traffic. So by the time I'm you know, sounds like stressed out on the way down, trying to get there as fast. I'm stressed out on my bed. That's why I got back to the victory code.
Now,
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Finally, I realized, if I just chill out,
enjoy the ride.
same trips, and then I come back and I'm not.
yeah.
So I assume you're happy drive and a happy ending.
No, where do you get those?
I don't know how it does it now. I've been dealing with it for now for years. My son ain't done what he does because he cracks her up.
Oh, I see.